everyone to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Huskers will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Oregon's offense comes onto the field first today. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before. And that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they faced this year. So we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
They're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any...
Oh, he's got some space. That's a right ball. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback in an option offense when you got so many things you have to be accountable for, and then you got to take care of the football, right? When you do make the decision to run, right or wrong, it's your decision. Now you got to wrap that thing up. You can't fumble the football there.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, when you talk Nebraska football, it always comes down to their ability running it on offense, whether it's the option or whether it's conventional. They've got a long and illustrious history of great running backs, and this guy is on the field for a reason. His vision, his ability to make people miss, run with toughness, he can do it all.
They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Setting up the screen. And some room to work. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
The Cornhuskers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. The pull and throw off the RPO. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Nebraska.
So first down in the red zone, and this crowd getting behind its defense. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And I like like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Red pass, it's complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And that'll not only be a 1st down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7.
And this offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
Back to throw, it's Raiola. Wide out trying to get it in. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskers! Setting up for the extra point after the 1st score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
The give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. It has been a rocky ride through Big Ten play so far, and they're running out of time to turn it around.
Yeah, and sometimes the Big Ten will do that to you, right? It's a competitive conference. There's a lot of competitive environments that you have to step into, and they haven't been great this season, let's be honest. But, Jesse, I'm more interested to see how they finish off the last part of this season, because it's one thing to have expectations to get down. It's another thing to quit.
Yeah, you just want to see how resilient they are too, David, because the coach, he's been saying the right things after taking all these losses at the podium after games. We got guys hurt. We've got young players. We're inexperienced. We're learning how to win. But, you know, you're running out of time for excuses. You've now got to turn the page. You've got to show up. You've got to put a complete game together and get it done.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your...
Breaks into the open. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He'll pull it down and run. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
You can run the football effective and then bootleg off of it. You get the running game and everybody biting up on it. And then all of a sudden the quarterback bootlegs out to the right. I tell you what, the defense did a really good job, though, staying with it, taking away the deep pass, and coming up and holding this to a minimal gain.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To throw, it's Raiola. It's complete to the left. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
When you got a weapon this good at tight end, a quarterback, you've got to look his way, especially in this area of the field, because remember, it's the red zone where these windows are so small. Nice job getting the completion and picking up the first.
He wants to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. It's complete on the right side. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Trying to pound their way in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Try to have success on third down.
A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Might be calling a hot route. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Third and goal situation, and as a quarterback, you're thinking, I got to find Mr. Dependable. Who is that? It's always the tight end. He does a nice job on the route. He's a really big target. That was a smart decision by the quarterback, and it ends up being a touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. Utah State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Aggies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by 10 to Wyoming. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Turning it on! Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Ducks moving quickly to the line.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around.
Oh, it's out! Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse. I don't know if it was. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. To the air, it's Dampier. Throws to the tight end. Soft spot in the middle. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. From the gun, the ground game. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Off the play fake. Using the quick game. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down?
And he'll hold it and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
Yeah, and he did a really good job selling this, dropping back to pass, waiting a little bit of time, and giving his running back a chance to run down the field. He runs the real route. He's open, throws it. Gets in for the touchdown.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. To the ground with the back.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Back to throw, it's Raiola. Caught over the middle, it's Bonner. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he could see he had him. He completes it for the 1st down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's got it on the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break them the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
To the air on second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Johnson. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The House of Loud is deafening on this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of... Going with the ball, just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking for space, it's Green. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Wants to throw. It's Gampier. Under fire. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to the ground. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third down, going up top. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Ducks! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man, it's Raiola. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Here comes the heat. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll run play action. He uncorks one deep. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And it's been a hard-fought battle today. 2 teams out there playing ball and treating this crowd to a memorable first half.
Hello. Hello. No, I didn't need nothing. I was just letting you know that I did the stuff. That was it.
What was they saying?
That it was a mess up.
Like I'm like, what is this? I keep getting this, saying I owe money, and I'm like, I shouldn't owe anything. So did someone just didn't have my information right?
I don't know, Juju. It don't matter. They fixed it. It don't matter. But all right. Are you coming home or are you going back to work?
No, I'm coming home. My mouth is like, are done. They kept messing up the girl that Dr. Barbosa put on my mouth after like Barbosa put my, like I guess when it's called a build or whatever. The girl tried to put my tooth in, and all of a sudden the bill broke. But she was like, oh, the bill broke, and then Dr. Barbosa saw it, and she was like, oh, it's just a small amount, just put a, just redo a bill. I guess Dr. Barbosa thought the girl knew how to do it or whatever. So the girl was doing my bill, and my mouth was already starting to get sensitive because my mouth was starting to numb, right? And so, as she's doing it, I'm literally feeling it, and then it's bothering me. And then she said, then she tried things, and then next thing I know, even more comes out because the girl knows she. So then Dr. was like, okay, we have to start all over. So she redoes my bill. Then they have to do new rescan, like all of this stuff. And I'm like, they're sitting here open for 2 hours now. I was just like, hella sore. She said my lungs are hella sensitive right now, so I'm taking Tylenol. Like, she's like, it's gonna hurt later, for sure. And then, not only that, but she was like, they have to have a root canal. That's gonna cost like $1,400, and your insurance is you're already at your max or something. She's sending me to a specialist if she says my mouth, even after I stay put she was saying that my tooth, how my tooth broke like a weird or something. So she was saying that it's too close to the nerve. And so she said that because it's so close to the nerve, she don't want to risk something. So she was like, if you do need the root canal, she wants me to have it done with the specialist. So she didn't do a root canal. She just did like the drilling down my tooth to the point where they could just put the temporary and then cover it with a crown. But we'll see. Somehow it's coming down to been open for 2 hours. And I'm just frustrated because I paid for the other thing. Not me, but my dad went ahead and just paid for it because it needed to get done today. So he paid for it.
Why was it? What you had to pay for what? Why did it have to get paid for today?
She said they have to have, they receive the payment. Unless I set up like a payment arrangement or something, which I'm still going to have to, either way I will have to pay. So my dad is saying he paid for it, so he just paid for it. But then it's like on top of that, I'm just still don't know if I'm going to get this that one out.
You don't know how what?
If I'm going to need it or not.
That's what I'm saying. Why would you pay for something that you don't even know if you're going to need?
No, the crown is what I paid for. You mixing it up. The root canal is the crown. The crown I didn't. The crown is just I need a tooth because they had to because of how my tooth chipped and broke. It actually cracked and the pieces came off. So because of all of that happening, I have to have a tooth. I have to have a crown. That is a given. The root canal is where the nerve is, like when you get an infection and it infects that nerve, and they have to take, drill into your nerve and put like rods and stuff in there. Like they have to take out your nerve. That's where the root canal is.
I know. I've had 4 of them. I know what they are. But all right.
Why are you talking to me like a certain way? I'm so confused right now.
I'm not. I said I know what it is.
Like you're trying to rush me off the phone too. Are you in the middle of a game or something?
I am.
That's why. Okay, have a good day.
All right.
Seems to me, and I know I'm going to sound like a coach here, the team that limits turnovers and strings together productive drives is going to be the one celebrating a well-earned victory today.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. But you could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be and nowhere to run.
And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Rush is on him. It's complete to the right. There he goes. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Awesome job there on third down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down, he finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
And the Huskers look to keep this drive humming. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
They'll line up for a second down play. Give to the running back. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. The Huskers will have a first down.
And the offense has found a lot of success throwing to this guy out of the slot. He's done a nice job working the middle of the field, winning his one-on-one matchups, and this quarterback really feels a good rhythm when he's looking his way.
On the run, it's Ives. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Dropping back, it's Raiola. He rifles one deep down the right side. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The Cornhuskers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. Looking for the goal line. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, get them tackled to the ground.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Trying to bully their way in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Nebraska.
And they'll try it again after getting nothing on 2nd down. It's 3rd and goal from the 3. Looking to pass. It's Raiola. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
And It's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting matchup this week in the Mountain West, and it sure is playing out that way. Utah State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Aggies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Wyoming. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little...
Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Running to the left. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Now improvising. Got his man on the right. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Go back to work in the final period of this one. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the reception has this offense in business at the 27. First play of this drive comes from the 27. To the air, it's Dampier. Got it in the middle, it's Boston. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And it's another tackle for loss for this defense. I'll tell you, they came into this game knowing they had to shut this guy down. He's one of the best in the nation, and they've given him the ball a bunch. He's just had nowhere to run, and I don't think anybody expected him to struggle as much as he had so far in this game.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Ducks will send out the punt unit. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've just self-destructed too many times so far already with 3 interceptions in the game. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On the run, it's Marshall. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
Back to pass, it's Raiola. That's caught. It's Johnson. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They'll try to get it through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Marshall. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. They're working that left side. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And the Huskers have this offense rolling. They'll run it to keep the clock moving.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Snagged out of the air. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Huskers will line it up on 1st and 10. Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Last play didn't go well. It leaves them with 2nd and 11. On the ground, it's Marshall. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The House of Loud is deafening on this 3rd down. They stopped him at the 23. Good pickup, but not quite enough for the 1st down. It'll bring up 4th down. Two-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And this one splits the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
He's going up top here late in the game. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
Stands in and takes the hit. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He is stopped short of the line to gain. The 4th down try goes awry, and that might just do it. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push and ball security, David. That's a premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Pulls it, fires to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him. And they've really featured this guy today.
To the air, it's Raiola. Fires to the big fella. Great move. Now he's got room. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got it and still on his feet. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And after this play, the cake will be baked. He's looking to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Husker. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Getting set for the point after. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David. Every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So, big ranked win today. And hey, who knows? Maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
That's going to do it from